Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're ready for spring semester. You all are out doing your stuff with your field experience, and you are all enrolled in Community and Behavioral Health 5850. This is just a quick little update. I hope to see some of you on campus, but if not, just wanted to give you a little heads up in what we will actually be doing for the semester or how you'll be reporting to me. So I've got the site up, and of course there's not a whole lot that's listed there just yet, but let me go here. Course overview. Of course, really this site is really just kind of like a clearinghouse for you in regards to your field experience. I think that a little bit of structure would be good for everyone. It'll help keep you on track. In this, in what you'll be doing for me specifically, I think is going to be able to help you again to keep on track. And then at the end of the semester, as you're devising your presentation, where you come back to us and you report what you've done over the course of the semester, what you've done with your community organization, the product or products that you are delivering back to them, and then also some certain things. I just think this is a good place to kind of house all that. And so what I've done, I've set up a series of drop boxes where what I'm going to ask you to do is to report back to me weekly. And this doesn't have to be formal, but if that helps you, a formal document, you can do it this way, or it could be more along the lines of notes. That's what I would like to know, because I'd like to see what's going on as you go through this process. Now, of course, a couple of things, and you've not really started this yet, so a couple of things to keep in mind. When you're talking with your preceptor and when you're setting things up for the rest of the semester with them and what you'll be doing, when you have that conversation, which I recommend that you do rather early, think about what your deliverables are going to be back to your folks that you're working with this semester for the practicum itself. I want you to think heavily about the goals for the practicum. And here, of course, I'm going to refer that you go back to the MPH handbook, and I think that you can get some good information there. And then you can think about the skills that you will have towards the end of the semester. Also, one thing that might be helpful too is to list the skills that you think that you're actually bringing to the table, because it's this whole conversation between you and your preceptor. This is a give and a take. What are you giving them? What are they giving you? What are they getting from, and vice versa, because it is a give and take. And specifically, we need to be specific. What type of what will you be contributing of value to your folks, and that's going to be important for you all to talk about. And one thing also to consider too: how is your preceptor actually going to how are they actually going to do this? Tell us what was helpful with your ETSU coursework that is helping you along in this area here too. And then also tell us what would have helped you to be more prepared that we could have offered here too. Be sure to list your leadership competencies, because that is important. The other competencies are important as well too, and you'll sit down with those competencies and work that out with your preceptors. And lastly, how are you going to track your hours? This is 300 hours. That should be a part of what you're turning into me each week. Let's see here. So for example, let's see here. This is all in the Dropbox. Well, let me go back here first. Let's look at content for just a second. So what I've tried to do is to make sure that you've got access to the handbook that is listed here. And so this should be helpful to you. I mean, I know you guys can get access to this, but I just wanted to put things in one place for you. Then there's also the link to the MPH Applied Practice Experience itself. You can take a look at that. And then also too, when you talk to your preceptor, guidelines and forms are listed here because they're going to report to me midterm, and they're also going to report to me towards the end. And the guidelines and the forms are here, so you can help them with that information. And then I just thought it would be a little bit helpful for you to see. I've set this up so that you are submitting a written reflective writing to me at the actually beginning of each week. It's on a Sunday. It's due on Sunday nights by 11:30, and you can see the layout here. And then on or about 3:15, I'll be looking for a midterm evaluation from your preceptor. Actually, one of the things that you should do for your first assignment is to have contact information of who and how I can contact them, preferably by email, their position with the organization that you're working with. And then as you get ready, of course, some of you may work through these hours, and once you get to your 300, of course, maybe a discussion between you and your preceptors will be, are you going to continue to work over those 300 hours, or does that stop? So that'll be helpful. And then, of course, your presentation, it'd be nice to kind of house that here. And another way to kind of look at this as well, too, is just that as you're gathering materials from your organization, things that you're learning about them, sites that they have you go and visit, or sites about them and things like that, use the Dropbox to kind of just dump it all in there, because I think that you can get back into that and take a look at what's in there. This would just be a good place to kind of dump everything so it's in one place. So the goal is that because you are doing a weekly check-in with me, that when it comes time for your presentation, when it comes time to your midterm evaluation and your evaluation from your preceptors, you should have all that stuff here. And I'm just trying to make it easier so that you're not scrambling at the last minute to try to do that. And then, of course, again, just a Dropbox here for your presentation. I'm around. Of course, I hope to see you all around, but if you've got questions, come up and visit me, or let's set a time. We can talk through email or whatever, but this is exciting time for you. This is where you're putting things to the test and you're doing some practical things, and I hope that you're looking forward to it. Just remember that, of course, that you are serving as a representative of ETSU and also the College of Public Health, and more specifically, Community and Behavioral Health. So whatever we need to do to assist you to make this process workable and feasible, please let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to learning what I'm going to learn. All right, thanks.